Welcome back, members and guests of Line Golf Academy. What a week that Ryder Cup, man. That was an exciting Sunday, but just don't throw a water bottle at me. Today we're going to talk about Gianna Clemente. I received these videos from one of our subscribers. Thank you very much, Steven. Now, Gianna Clemente is 24th currently in the world ranking. She's 17 years old. Take a look at this bio. 3-time world champion, 4-time AJGA champion, 2023 U.S. Women's 4-ball champion, 2023 Sally Women's Amateur champion, the 2023 PGA Junior champion, the 2023 U.S. Girls semi-finalists. Let's just put it this way, at 17 years old, she is a stick, and I want to be her when I grow up, but at least have a better looking swing than I do now. And we're going to take a look at her motions. We're going to take a look at how flexible she really is, how she utilizes her power, a great width of arc. We're going to see the angles, check it all out, but let me know in the comments down below who you want me to analyze next, or if you have a video for me to look at to give you my feedback. And don't forget, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Let's check this out. So we got a few lines for us to look at today. Obviously, Barney Purple on her right hip is our right brace line. Susini lateral motion, and we probably won't see a lot from her just because she does a great job of turning. For Smirkleton Blue is the shoulder tilt, and this video did not start right at address. It started here, and this video is also taken at a slight angle, so it's too bad this video wasn't taken directly face on to get the ball position relative to the tilting, but we're not going to look at that today. We're going to look at the rotation and the hands at the top. So as we take this back, notice how wide she takes this. So we see a great extension of the arms. Now let's draw this in Ivan Red. So you see how straight her right arm and left arm is. This enables her to be very, very wide. Now a key for this is to be able to turn your body at the same time. So we see those hips are turning, the shoulders are going along with that hip turn, and they're still pretty wide, so that right arm has not pulled back into the center of her. And this is one of those things I see some amateurs out there doing, where they put that head cover under the right elbow. That kills a lot of things. It's going to get you to suck your arms back. It's going to decrease your width of arc. You're going to have a smaller arc, and we don't want smaller arcs as amateurs. We need everything we can to get wider arcs. But we notice how wide this does stay. Even if the right elbow wants to get to the top and pull inside, it does not. Now let's take a look at this beautiful motion, because she has not fallen out of her original tilting of her shoulders. You can see her spine angle is now matching that tilt. We can also see the club is, man, it's bang on matching the tilting as well. So all we've done is kept things relative to each other. We've not overswung, and this is something I want you to look on at home. So if we're going to draw a mellow yellow line and we're going to guesstimate where her turn is, we can see that even if she were to be connected to that turn with the shoulders, her club would form that T, but she is nowhere near that. And that is what I want you to look at home, is how much does your club go too far back? Because what goes back has to come down to impact, and it's typically your hands and arms have to throw, and then you know who comes to dinner, chicken wing shows up, and then you're watching YouTube videos, how to cure chicken wings, and all they tell you to do is pay $25 a month to find out. And we all know how that really works. So let's take a look at the sequencing. So we're going to draw another impact line right there. We're going to take a look at how this will sequence. Now, we're probably going to see the hips move over, and there's the hips, but they're not going to slide over because she has an immense amount of turn. And we will definitely see that turn from the down the line, but this face on is going to show you how she stays in that spine angle. Her shoulders are going to tilt further under, which allows the hands to be positioned more out in front of the golf ball, and as we strike it, they have met up. Look how far we're leaning back, so we do have this kind of like reverse K looking thing, and I might trademark that, the reverse K finish, sponsored by Line Golf Academy, only $49.99 and 2 pints of blood. But we also notice that that right leg is definitely pushing up, meeting our centeredness, and the release happens beautifully. And again, let's clear these lines up and look at this connection here. We have a great amount of tilt. We have a lot of compression here. So this is not good for the 75-year-old watching this. Don't try this. It is not going to be good for the back. But the key is notice how connected those hands are even past impact. And this is why she is such a great scorer, because it creates consistency. If your hands are wobbling all over the place and you're trying to time it in 0.1 seconds, it's not going to work out for you unless you've got Zeus-like timing. But let's take a look at that down the line. Okay, let's do a quick centeredness check. We're going to split the arches of the heels. It's right about here, and look at that. bang on centeredness check. That is pretty solid. Now, why is that important? Because once you start centered and in balance, odds are you're going to have a pretty decent swing. Not a lot's going to move around. However, because she is taking a very wide swing, watch the hands. The hands will veer slightly upward. So the camera shifted a little bit there. I had to redraw the lines. But as we were saying, watch the hands. The hands will veer slightly upward of that plane line. And if you follow this channel, you will know that this is contributed by that loss of shoulder tilt, which is okay with a driver. And what you'll notice too is if you take the difference between the shoulder tilt and the tee height, they're about the same. So is that a coincidence? Not really, because we're trying to swing up. And by reducing some shoulder tilt, this could also help you gain more turn because you release the tension. Now, because of this, watch the head. The head will veer slightly towards her toes because the hands moved outside, pulling her centeredness towards the toes more. And as a result, her left arm does get a little bit higher than where it should have been based on that setup. But the key is we did not lose spine angle. We did not gain spine angle. We know we're turning a lot. Look at the hips almost facing us. The shoulders are well past 90, but from that face on, remember, she was right in that connection zone. Now let's take a look at the drop. The drop is going to happen immediately. We start falling down. Look at this picture perfect, matching all those lines. We know she's ready to rock and roll, but the most impressive thing is right in this frame here. Look at those hips. Those hips are about 50 degrees open, and her shoulders are probably 20 degrees closed. So that's about 70 degrees. I'm just eyeballing it here. But let's just say that's about 70 degrees of X factor. That is an incredible amount of torque and rotation through the golf ball. Nobody watching this right now should try and emulate this because you will end up in a hospital bed. But the great thing about this is as she strikes it, look at the impact position. Look at that right shoulder tilting down to make sure those hands still move to the right as she's swinging up. But look at that. The whole lower body is driven up. That right foot is driving all that energy through the rotation of the lower body, and we're still almost just a few degrees open. This is great sequencing, great rotation. Hands can now release, and this is what you'll typically see on LPGA players is because they have so much more turn, that release point happens on the right side of the centeredness. Usually with PGA Tour player, when the club is parallel to the ground, it is more out in front of the body because they don't rely a lot on rotation like the LPGA players do. So if you want to emulate somebody, emulate the LPGA players because we need rotation. We can see that release point. Look at that. It's just matching these numbers beautifully. She still stays in her spine angle. So look at that. It is just a phenomenal swing, and I wish her the best of luck. So let me know in the comments down below. Did you enjoy the swing? What can you learn from the swing? Who do you want me to analyze next? But I hope that helps you, and I'll see you next time. Go Dodgers, fairways and greens. A huge thank you to these incredible supporters on the screen and to you watching this video. Your support helps us bring our golf curriculum to low-income children around the world at no cost to them, just like our location in Cape Flat, South Africa, in partnership with the Hillard program. Please like, share, and consider subscribing. Together, we can give the gift of golf to kids who need it the most.